What is happening, J Gaming Dude here, and I'm going to be looking at the spring 2023 anime season, and instead of going through all the anime like I've been doing in the past, I'm just going to pick out the ones that I'm personally going to be watching and talking about those in particular. So I'm going to start off with the first one on the list, which is the most obvious one, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Katanakaji no Satoe, which is the Demon Slayer third season, which is the Swordsmith village arc. So I'm counting this as the third season because I'm not counting the TV presentation or like TVized TV version of the movie, which was split into like 8 episodes. That felt unnecessary. Also, I didn't watch it. I watched the movie in the cinema, so like any normal person should, unless you don't have the time or money. That's probably the only reason why. But yeah, so third season of Kimetsu no Yaiba. Very excited to see where the Swordsmith village arc goes, and we're going to be introduced or be able to better understand some of the characters that we've known about, as well as being introduced to new villains that we've probably never seen up until now. So we're going to be seeing some new characters, fleshing out some characters' backstories, I'm sure, and the story is just going to keep continuing as it did with both the second season, when we learned about the past of, like, say, Uzui, and like the other characters surrounding him, how he got to where he was, and then of course then the villains, who they are and all that stuff. So I'm expecting pretty much a similar thing with the season as well. So I don't think there's really much else to say, so I think just look forward to it. Yeah. So moving on from that, we've got Dr. Stone New World. Now, this is the third season of Dr. Stone, and Dr. Stone has been a fun show to talk about because season 1 is really, really good because it felt novel to incorporate a lot of science into like sort of what felt like should have been a battle shonen, but it didn't, because obviously the main character can't fight even if his life depended on it, and instead he uses a lot of science to solve his problems, and of course then explaining the physics or the chemistry behind the science itself, being like what elements are used to make what particular item we use in our current day and age, or what was created before. So like also the history of invention as well, which was definitely something that I appreciated a lot. Second season definitely dropped that quite a bit in favor of trying to move a battle forward between I can't remember if his name was Tsubasa or Tsukasa, between him and Senku. So interesting to see where this is going to go. Very, very excited. So definitely look forward to it. I hope that this season leans more into the science as season 1 did, but I feel like it's probably going to lean more to what season 2 was. But honestly, because I haven't read the manga, I don't know where the story is going to be going from here. But yeah, next we have is KonoSubarashii Sekai ni Bakuen no, which is KonoSuba, an explosion on this wonderful world, the Megumin spin-off of KonoSuba. So I absolutely love KonoSuba. I think it's absolutely hilarious, being parodical in a comedic way, and parodies don't necessarily need to be funny, as I'm going to be talking about later on. But yeah, like, it's hilarious. It's the characters are fleshed out enough. There's enough backstory. There's enough world building. There's enough of everything to make it way better than most other isekais, making it not just a parody of the genre, but also a competent contender in the entire space and genre as well. So even though isekai is not a genre, it's a location, I still don't get why that is, but yeah, very, very excited for this. Looking forward to it. Next we've got is one that I'm very, very excited for, and leaning less into the funny parodical, into being a parody, but being also incredibly dramatic. We have Oshinoko. And I've been reading the manga for this. I think I've got like the first 6 volumes upstairs, but it's been taking me forever to read because it's in Japanese and there's a lot of kanji in it, so that's fair enough. But yeah, so very, very excited for this. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this gets animated. Less interested about the story because I kind of already know what's going to happen, at least for like, so the first few chapters. Yeah, it's going to be good to see. I can't recommend this for anyone who's an Idol fan because this is a parody of Idol culture in general, and might actually make Idol fans actually hate the series more than actually like it, even though it's if I remember right, it was either written or drawn by the same person who either wrote/drew the Kaguya-sama manga. So very, very I was very excited to read it. Now that I'm reading it, I'm very excited to watch it and seeing how it looks compared to, like, say, the Kaguya-sama anime adaptation. Be very, very interesting to see that. But yeah, moving on from that, from something that I'm very excited to something that I'm very, very not excited to, is Isekai wa Smartphone Totomo ni 2, second season of In Another World with My Smartphone. I'm gonna put this out there that, like, this is a commitment more so that, like, I never drop a show, even if I don't like it, because the thing is, you need to know what you don't like and why you don't like it in order to be able to appreciate the things that you do like. And the reason why I don't like the show is that the main character is an absolute wet noodle of a main character. He absolutely sucks, and in fact, he makes Kirito look good, and I hate Kirito in anything Sword Art Online related, and everything else Sword Art Online related is absolutely great. The girls are cute. That's something. Other than that, and it looks like an A1 picture show, which is the most positive thing I could probably say about it, is that the girls are cute, and it looks like an A1 picture show. But pretty much all A1 picture shows look very, very similar in terms of art style and animation quality. Other than that, the smartphone gimmick wasn't well done nor particularly fleshed out, so I'm hoping that at least that gets better and they build up a bit more of a world this time compared to what they did before. But I guess just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good and all the rest of it. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take my pills on this one. That's just some of the stuff that I don't like about it. Hopefully, I at least enjoy this a bit more, but we'll see. We'll see. Moving on from this, we have Yuusha ga Shinda, the hero is dead. And I'm gonna drop the legendary part because that's not actually in the Japanese title, so yeah. Now, Yuusha ga Shinda, apparently, when I was reading through the synopsis, it leaned into like this sort of parody side, and when we're talking about parody this time, we're talking comedic parody, seems to be similar to that of KonoSuba. So after reading through it, I was like, hell yeah, this seems great, and it's got the ecchi tag, so you know what, you got me sold on this one. So just a quick read of the synopsis. Far to the north of the world lies Hell's Gate, a portal formerly used by the Demon Lord to invade this human realm. Thanks to the legendary hero Shion Bladeart, wielder of Excalibur, and his loyal band of companions, the gate was sealed off and the demonic threat was vanquished. Unfortunately, the seal was incomplete and has begun to weaken, allowing the demons to once again begin their attack. Worried about the safety of his village, selfish and perverted farmer Torka Scott digs pitfalls to defend against the demons. But fear not, for Shion is on his way to reseal Hell's Gate and save humanity. Or at least he was, because the legendary hero is dead, having fallen into one of the pitfalls Torga dug. And that's where the parody kind of kicks in. Luckily, dealing with the dead is the specialty of necromancer Henri Hainsworth. While she can't revive him, Henri can at least salvage their quest by forcing Torga's soul into Shion's rotting body and dragging him along to Hell's Gate in Shion's place. Not wanting to be left behind, Torga's childhood friend, Yuna Eunice, tags along. Together, the three of them set out as to what might be the most unsuitable party ever to save the world. So, looking at that and just reading it aloud, I'm excited. Add some itchy elements to that description and I'm sold. But yeah, so that seems like a good show. Hopefully it is good. We won't know until it airs. But yeah, sort of moving on from that, we have Watashi no Yuri wa Oshigoto desu. So Yuri is my job, literally speaking. And this one kind of fell. So the tags that got me on this one was GL or Girls Love. So a slice of life Yuri? Hell yeah, like absolutely love me some slice of life. Some cute girls doing cute things, definitely my bag. Especially when you go through like the life cycle of like an anime watcher. You kind of are like, okay, you start off with like, you know, the shonen, and then you go into like, okay, you've had enough shonen, then you go into like shonen ecchi stuff, which is kind of like where I was in, and then moving on from that, you kind of then are like, okay, I'm tired of the shonen, I'm tired of the ecchi, and then you just go into like the sort of retirement stage of watching a lot more slice of life as a preference over most other genres. So whenever you prefer a slice of life that's more the that is more of like the retirement of like most genres. Granted, you might watch a lot of like edgy stuff in between, like horror, some gory stuff, you know, you got that. But yeah, so you know, so that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, so looking at the synopsis, life appears promising for Hime Shiraki, a girl with good grades, a flawless reputation, and a cute face to top it off. As long as she can keep up her picture-perfect facade, she will be able to accomplish her dream, to be loved by everyone and truly become the trophy wife of a billionaire. Wow, that seems real nice. Sure, that's exactly what you want. I mean, not to say people don't want that, but like, let's just say people who aren't, you know, completely shallow wouldn't necessarily make that their sole motivation. On a day like any other, Hime slips down a flight of stairs and lands on top of Mai Mikoshiba, injuring the latter's arm. It turns out that Mai is the manager of a cafe, and the injury will make work impossible for her. It is decided while Mai recovers, Hime will have to replace Mai at Cafe Libe, which boasts an all-girls academy theme. Despite causing Mai's injury, Hime is accepted by the other staff members, with the exception of one girl who seems to hate her for reasons unknown. Hime becomes terrified that this girl has seen past her facade, which reminds her of a troubling event in her past. So we've got some lurking intrigue, we've got some mystery, we've got some Yuri in the tags. So I'm interested. This will be a great. I hope this is a great watch. Again, seems like everything that I would want to watch. I should really go out of my way to watch some stuff that I absolutely wouldn't like, or stuff that I know is universally despised or hated, like the absolute pariah. Maybe I'll make some bad anime reviews as well, because I've watched a lot of real bad stuff. Anyway, but yeah, that's an interesting one. Next we have is Birdie Wing Golf Girls Story Season 2, which is the second season of Birdie Wing. Now later on this week, I'm actually going to be I'm going to be uploading the Birdie Wing Season 1 review, which is going to be great, because I think that's quite possibly the most unhinged video I've ever made. That makes me seem like as if I'm going insane or something like that. So look forward to that. I'm very, very, very excited for this. It is going to be a great show. At least judging from Season 1, but I suppose it depends on how they go about Season 2, what the story is, and the fact that this is an anime original means that no one is going to be ahead of anyone else, because there's no manga, light novel, visual novel, or anything else, or just straight novel. So no one will know more than people who have already just watched the first season, so it'll be great to see where this goes. Very, very excited. Yeah, looking forward to it. This is going to be great. And finally, I'm just going to get the one obvious one out of the way. Finally, it's One Piece. Caught up a couple of weeks ago, watching it week to week now, and regrets are now starting to kind of settle in that maybe watching this week to week is probably not such a great idea, because a whole lot of nothing happens in a decent number of episodes. So, you know what? It is what it is. Let's enjoy the ride and the journey of One Piece as best as we can. But yeah, with that being said, that is actually my spring 2023 sort of roundup of things I'm going to be watching. Let me know what you guys are going to be watching in the season as well. If there's anything else that I haven't mentioned yet. Obviously, there's probably some sequel seasons that I haven't seen previous seasons of that I'd probably be interested in. But for the most part, whatever I've picked here is the stuff that I'm going to be watching. So I'm looking forward to it. Very excited. And I'll see you guys next time.